Welcome to Learn English Journey. Hi everyone. I'm so happy you're here with me today. Together, we're going to practice English in a fun and inspiring way. Are you ready to speak more clearly, naturally, and confidently? Let's begin our lesson with a meaningful story and a simple but powerful technique called shadowing. Here's how it works. First, listen carefully as I read each line. Then, repeat after me. Try to match my tone, rhythm, and pronunciation, just like a shadow follows light. This exercise might seem small, but it's one of the most effective ways to improve your English speaking and listening skills. Today's story is called Life's Most Beautiful Gift. It's about a determined young woman, an unforgettable journey, and a love that appeared when she least expected it. My name is Amelia Hart. I'm 24 years old, and I work as a creative designer in a marketing company in Lisbon, Portugal. I've always been passionate about my job. I love turning ideas into something beautiful. I'm serious about what I do, and always push myself to give my best. Last month, my company made an announcement that surprised everyone. There would be a competition. Each employee had to give a short presentation, and the winner would receive a mysterious special prize. The moment I heard it, I felt a mix of excitement and nerves. I wanted to win, not just for the prize, but to prove to myself that I could stand out. I spent days preparing. I stayed late in the office, rehearsed my speech again and again, and designed colorful, creative slides. When the big day finally arrived, I wore my favorite blue dress, the one that made me feel confident and strong. Standing in front of my colleagues, I took a deep breath and began to speak. My voice was steady, my ideas flowed, and when I finished, the whole room applauded. After all the presentations, our manager smiled and said, "I'm proud of each of you, but one person brought something truly unique today." My heart raced. The winner is Amelia. For a few seconds, I couldn't believe it. Then everyone clapped, and I felt my eyes fill with tears of joy. The manager continued, "Your reward is a 3-day trip to the Caribbean, all expenses paid." It was the first time I had ever won something like that. My very first trip to the Caribbean. That evening, I told my parents about it. They were so proud. My mom hugged me tightly and said, "You worked hard for this, sweetheart. You deserve it." The next morning, I packed my suitcase with light dresses, sunscreen, and a heart full of excitement. The company had arranged a cruise ship that would take us there. The sky was bright, and the ocean breeze carried the scent of salt and adventure. But something unexpected happened on my way to the port. As I walked near the dock, a group of men tried to grab my bag. My heart pounded. I shouted for help, and suddenly, a young man appeared out of nowhere. He ran toward me and yelled, "Hey, leave her alone!" He fought them off and they ran away. He turned to me and asked gently, "Are you okay?" I nodded, still shaking. "Yes, thank you so much." He smiled, his eyes calm but kind. "Be careful around here. It's not a safe area." I thanked him again and hurried to the ship, still trying to calm my heart. The cruise ship was enormous, white and shining like a floating palace. My cabin had a small balcony overlooking the endless sea. I changed my clothes, went to the upper deck, and let the wind brush against my face. That's when I saw him again, the same man who had helped me. He was leaning on the railing, watching the sunset. When he saw me, he smiled. "Hey, it's you again," he said. "Looks like we're traveling together." I laughed. "What are the chances?" His name was Noah. He was 27 and he worked in another company. He had also won the trip through a work contest. We spent hours talking about our jobs, favorite movies, and food we loved. He had a great sense of humor, and soon our laughter blended with the sound of the waves. The next morning we reached the Caribbean islands. The sea looked like melted sapphire, and the sand was so white it almost glowed under the sun. The company had booked a beach resort, and each person had their own small bungalow facing the ocean. Mine was simple, but perfect. A balcony with a hammock, a tiny desk, and the soothing sound of waves outside. After changing into a light summer dress, I walked to the beach. Noah was already there, waving at me. We spent the whole day together, swimming, playing volleyball, drinking fresh coconut water, and watching the sun disappear into the horizon. That night, the resort held a small party on the beach. Lanterns glowed like fireflies, music filled the air, and people danced barefoot on the sand. Noah and I sat apart from the crowd, talking about our dreams and families. He told me, "You're a brilliant person, Amelia. I like how passionate you are about life." I felt my cheeks warm. "I'm really glad we met," I said softly. The next day, we went on a boat ride. Dolphins followed us, leaping in the sunlight. We took photos, laughed until our stomachs hurt, and for a moment, I forgot everything else in the world. But inside, I started to feel something deeper. I liked him, more than just a friend. Was he feeling the same? On the last evening, there was a special dinner by the beach. The tables were decorated with candles. The music was soft, and the night sky was full of stars. I wore a white dress. Noah wore a linen shirt. We sat on the sand, close enough to hear the waves whisper. Then fireworks lit up the sky. Everyone cheered, and then, unexpectedly, it began to rain. Warm, gentle rain. People ran for cover, but we didn't move. We just looked at each other, smiling. He took my hand slowly and said, "I don't know how to explain this, but I feel something real, something more than friendship." My heart skipped a beat. "I feel the same," I whispered. We stayed there, hand in hand, as the rain mixed with the sea. No words were needed, only the sound of waves and the rhythm of our hearts. The next morning, it was time to leave. At the airport, Noah looked at me and said, "This isn't goodbye, Amelia. It's just the beginning." I smiled, knowing he was right. When we returned to our cities, we kept talking. Every day. Weekends became our favorite part of the week. Over time, our friendship turned into love, gentle and steady like the sea breeze that first brought us together. And sometimes, when I think back to that office competition, I smile, because the greatest gift I received wasn't the trip to the Caribbean, it was him, life's most beautiful gift. If you enjoyed this story, please like the video and share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more English stories and lessons. Your support means the world to us. See you next time, here on Learn English Journey.